I gotta say, it's hard. It's hard setting up your camera by yourself. Usually I have a cameraman when I do super shows. That's to sync the audio. Hey, what's up, guys? So what I want to do, as I put my notes, is I want to do a 2017 channel update because it's been a while since I talked to you guys. I think a year about at this point, maybe precisely a year since I did the channel update. I just thought that since a lot of things have changed with 2017, especially now that Souls is kind of donezo for a little bit, I want to give you guys the know-how of what I'm going to be doing for the future plans of 2017. So as far as the future of Souls goes, I'm going to finish my Let's Play of Dark Souls 3. I know it's taking a while. I'm going to finish it. And I'm going to do a lore video on the Dark Souls 3 DLC, the next one that comes out. So I will continue to finish Dark Souls 3 stuff. Beyond that, I don't know. I guess we'll see what From Software has to say at some point, right? Yeah. You know, I kind of want to do... I'm going to do it like every, vlogger person does. They always, sit on the ground for some reason lately. That's the trend. It's like, I'm going to sit on the ground and talk to you guys like this because this is so much more real if I do it this way. So yeah, I want to give a general update about things that I want to do with my channel, what I'm planning on doing, and also get your guys' feedback on certain things. So, I guess the first thing would be Nioh to talk about since I started uploading frequent Let's Plays of that. So, I'm going to be doing a super show of Nioh, just saying that right now, at least that's my plan, and I need to get footage of it, and a lot of people have asked me for blind Let's Plays. So I was like, okay, you know what, why don't I just turn my getting of footage of Nioh for my super show into a Let's Play, and a blind one at that. So I'm kind of rapidly going through it. Usually I post a video, put a lot of a bunch of editing even into my Let's Plays, and then read your guys' comments and base my next video on that. Unfortunately for this one, I can't do that because I just have to rapidly get through it to get all the footage that I need to make that. Also, I want to do kind of like lore historical-based videos on Nioh because Nioh has a lot of actual history that it uses. So I've started doing research into various history that Nioh is based off of. So I just wanted to make sure that my audio was actually going. I did this earlier. I started this update video earlier, and both my camera battery died, and I realized I forgot to actually record audio. So I was like, wow, I really screwed the pooch on that, huh? So anyways, yeah, I want to do lore videos on Nioh, but kind of like historical lore was my idea, where I talk about, here's the actual history is based off of, and give you the background on that, and give you what it is, and then also talk about what it is in the game, and give you the lore of the game. And I thought that would be a fun type of video series to make. That's kind of like my Souls lore series, but with actual history infused in a sense. So that's my thoughts. It kind of depends, because I'm going to be crazy busy with super shows for the next few months. I've got this plan for what I want to do super show-wise for the next few months. But I'm going to do what I can with the Nioh lore stuff too. But I want to see what your guys' thoughts are too, as far as Nioh goes, because I know I'm known for Souls, and it's not Souls, even though I think it's similar in a lot of ways. It's not the same game. So I want to see what your guys' thoughts were, and especially with things in general, because I know a lot of you subscribe to me for Souls. And now that I've kind of expanded out and I do the Chronicles of Gaming, I do the Super Shows, I do the You Need to Knows, I have multiple series that aren't just Souls. People have come for various things, some for Let's Plays, some not, etc. So I definitely want to see what your guys' thoughts on all of this are, too, and stuff I want to put on my channel. And that's one thing that I want to bring up with Nioh is the Let's Plays. And this is something I've been thinking about for a while, is that if I continue to do Let's Plays, I was thinking I might be better to make a separate channel for it. And I know it's kind of weird when people have their gameplay channel, but it's just something where I don't want to bog down people's subscription feeds with videos they don't want to see. And I've noticed that most of my audience, I don't think, watch my Let's Plays. At least view-wise, comparatively to my other stuff. It usually doesn't get as many views. I think some of my Souls Let's Plays might be an anomaly on that, or my Bloodborne one, but for the most part, it just doesn't get the same viewership. So I was thinking that maybe that's something where I should put on another channel, just so I'm not bogging down people's subscription fees who don't want to watch it. But I want to see what your guys' thoughts are, because there are channels that I like a lot where they post stuff that I don't want to watch, and it makes me start to be like, do I want to stay subscribed to this when I keep on seeing this stuff pop up on my subscription box and just taking up space? One example would be Previously Recorded, which I love those guys. I love Jack and I love Rich. I think it's really fun to watch their discussion show, which is why I subscribe to Previously Recorded, and I really like Red Letter Media. It's Red Letter Media's video game offshoot, essentially, even though I don't think it's by Red Letter Media, it's just the same. Two of the guys who are in Red Letter Media doing their own thing with Previously Recorded. Anyways, I love their discussions. I think they're really fun to watch. But they keep on posting Twitch highlights on their channel, which personally is not my thing. I could care less about Twitch highlights. I'm fine with dedicated Let's Plays because you're making that content for YouTube. A Twitch highlight, to me, unless you're there for Twitch and you're watching the live stream, I don't want to watch a highlight. I just don't. Some people really like it, and that's fine. It's just not for me. But yeah, they always post those frequently, and I'm like, do I really want to stay subscribed if they're not posting the content that I want to watch? And I'm sure some of you guys probably think the same thing for my type of content, so I definitely want your opinion on that. Other thing I want to talk about, I made a list, so I stay a little more organized. Super shows. So my plan is I really still want to make super shows and keep on making them. They honestly don't get the viewership for how much work I put into them. So like a lore video takes maybe 20 to 40 hours to make. Maybe a little bit less if I've like already have all the footage I need and everything, but usually 20 hours at least. And super shows take 100 to 200 hours to make per episode. And the number of views I get on the super shows are so much less, just drastically less than the lore stuff. That's kind of like, it starts to be like, well, I'm putting so much time into this and it doesn't get that many views. But it's my favorite content that I make. So I want to keep on making it for that. So I'm trying to see if I try switching things up a little bit with it in my strategy, I suppose you could say. Just for the next few months. I want to see how that does. Regardless, though, there's one that I had planned for January that I've been working on that I had put on hiatus because of some shooting difficulties, which I do want to finish. Here's the teaser image I posted on Twitter, right around here somewhere for you. I don't know, wherever I posted it. But yeah, so I'm really going to try for the next few months to like really get some of these super shows done, which is going to be a lot of work for me. So that's kind of why there's the whole thing that I'm saying like, Nioh lore, I'm going to do my best. But I'm really trying to like hammer down doing these super shows. I also want to continue Chronicles of Gaming as well. Actually, so for Chronicles of Gaming, it's just a matter of when I get research done and then also when I have time in between all the other videos I make. So these are like all the things that I've been reading for the show to do research. This is Game Over by David Sheth. I talked about my NES history video. This was my primary source I used for the information. It is fantastic. I highly recommend reading it if you're interested in NES history. He also talks about Super Nintendo to an extent, and a little bit of Genesis in that area, but mainly Nintendo as a company, and it's fantastic. It is absolutely brilliant. I highly, highly recommend it. I also use this as a source for a lot of, actually all three videos at this point. The Ultimate History of Video Games. Also a good one. These are really factual based, which is why I like them so much. I'm also looking up interviews and doing additional research online. But I'm trying to get books to read because I think those are good primary sources. This is one that I've been reading lately because my next one's going to be Sega Master System, and then after that Sega Genesis is Console Wars by Blake J. Harris, which I actually don't like as much because he embellishes a lot. He's got a lot of info wrong that I've seen. For example, he talked about Sega being super worried about Nintendo introducing Mode 7 with Super Mario Kart. Totally wrong. Mode 7 started, F-Zero had Mode 7, and that was one of the first games. I believe it was a console starting game on Super Nintendo. So Mode 7 was there to start. And then he even says in his intro that he was going to embellish. So it's me trying to figure out, like, okay, what's real and what's not. And I really just wanted a history book. So, whatever. Anyways, I'm trying to pick out the pieces of, like, okay, there is good info in this, and he did a lot of research. So what pieces can I take are actually legit that I can use for my show? I've also been reading Power Up. How Japanese video games gave the world an extra life. I've only barely started because I'm trying to finish up Console Wars right now, but reading all that stuff, research, and I want to continue Chronicles of Gaming. You Need to Know is a series I haven't done in a while that I do want to continue and get back to. Again, it's just a timing thing of I've been so busy with everything, and now with Nioh, that's going to take up a lot of time. But on top of the Let's Play thing, another thing that I've been wanting to do that I guess I wanted your guys' thoughts on, because I really do care about what you guys think. And I did a Twitter poll on both the Let's Play thing and this. But something I've been wanting to make for over a year at this point is YouTube satire videos, just kind of making fun of the trends I see on YouTube. And I've been making YouTube videos for my channel, for Dave Control, for almost 4 years at this point. And I've been making YouTube videos in general for various places for about 10 years at this point. It's almost 10 years since I first made a video for YouTube. So and I've also worked for multi-channel networks, like managing people. So I've seen so much stuff that's just something where, like gaming, it's something where I've gotten passionate about because it's what I've worked on for so long. It's something where I thought it'd be fun to poke fun at it, just like my super shows where I lovingly do it with the super shows. I just thought it'd be fun to do satire based off of the stuff that I see on YouTube. But that said, this has always been a gaming channel for Dave Control, and I was thinking about making a different channel for I was thinking about making another channel for Let's Plays. Did I even say that properly when I was talking about Nioh? I think I got distracted myself. Anyways, I was thinking about making, so these are separate channel things. I want to see your thoughts with this. So I was thinking about making a separate channel for Dave Control. A separate channel that would be this YouTube satire stuff. But if you guys would prefer to see it on my main channel, I'd be curious to hear that, because if all you come for is video gaming, gaming-based stuff, or all you wanted was Souls, I'm not even doing Souls anymore at the moment, except for some Dark Souls 3 stuff, and you just don't want to see that stuff, that sort of shit, I get it, and I'd be curious to hear what you say. Or if you do want to, and you're like, hey, I'd be interested in whatever you make, let me know that as well. I'm just curious to see what people think, because it's something where I get that some, like, for example, I'm subscribed to a Berserk channel right now, and I subscribe to it with the full intention of, I don't want to subscribe to a general anime channel, I just want to subscribe to a Berserk channel, just so I can watch some Berserk content, and I know what I'm going to get from it, and I'm sure that's some people subscribe to me for, so, like, yeah, I'll be curious to see what you guys think about that, and I totally understand either way, so, you know, just express yourself, let me know what you think. So on the same note, if I didn't properly say this before, I was also thinking with Nioh that I'm like, okay, some people don't want to get bogged down with the subscription stuff, right? As I was saying with previously recorded. So would it be better for me to just make a separate Let's Play channel where I put Let's Plays on it when I do Let's Plays? And honestly, once I finish Nioh and my Dark Souls 3 Let's Play, I don't know what other Let's Plays I'm going to do. Especially on this main channel, because I'm always afraid of bogging down people's subscription boxes. I really am, and like, especially lately with YouTube, it's like anytime I post a video, I lose subscribers, and fine, right? That's fine, but it's just something where it's like, okay, what you still, I want to make content that I would enjoy, and that's always been my goal, is to make content I would enjoy watching, but I also don't want to scare people off. I really do want to hit 100,000 subscribers this year, which almost sounds cocky to say in a way, because I've always been so appreciative of everything I do have. It's just been, ever since my channel actually started really doing well, all of a sudden I was like, wow, it'd be such a dream to hit 100,000. That'd be so cool and so crazy. So I don't know, it's something that I really would like, and that's still a goal of mine this year. So regardless, though, for all of those of you who are new to my channel or who have been there since 1,000 subscribers or less, which thank you so much for sticking around this long. It's unbelievable you would give my channel a chance when it's that small. But regardless, I really do want to know what you guys think, because I truly do care about it, and I want to make content that you guys can enjoy too at this point. At the end of the day, I consider myself to be an entertainer, and I just like making entertaining content, and I like creating things. A creator and an entertainer, so that's what I enjoy doing. So that is what I want to do with that stuff, or that's what I want to know. Another thing I guess I'll mention right here is if I do happen to hit 100,000 subscribers, I was thinking it would be fun to make a Q&A video as like the 100,000 subscriber special, just because I've never done one before. So whatever, might as well put it out here because I'm about 10,000 away. I don't need, honestly, at this point, without Souls, my channel's been growing so slowly. I don't even know if I'll hit it this year, just to be honest, unless this stuff I'm really working hard on actually takes off, and that was making that motion, you know. But anyways, yeah, I don't know. So regardless, though, that's what I thought would be fun to do, just because I've never done one. I don't know if you guys care or not. But I always think they're fun to watch for people that I do watch and enjoy their content, just to be like, oh yeah, sure. Even if I don't post a question, I still enjoy watching Q&As, you know? So anyways, I think that's what I want to talk about. So let's end the video. See you guys next time. I'm going to get back to work on a lot of things. Oh! One more thing. I don't know why I just double snapped and clapped. So one more thing too. I just got a gig essentially doing hosting work with Arcade Cloud. So I'll post a link, right, annotation thing right there. to Arcade Cloud. So yeah, like it's cool for me because I like doing hosting stuff. I used to do hosting stuff for the AfterBuzz TV for a few years. I made a gaming network with them called Game Control that didn't do well, but that's actually where my name Dave Control came from, was the fact that I had made a channel with them called Game Control, and Game Control Live was the name of the show. And just as a joke, I made my channel Dave Control Live because Dave Control was taken. So that's where the name came from. Anyways, yeah, so I'm excited about it. It's fun to get to do that sort of stuff that I really do enjoy doing. I actually had an audition last week for a different gig too. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know. So actually, I guess it was a week and a half ago. I haven't heard back, so probably no. That's usually how auditions work. If you don't hear back within a week, I usually just take it to be like, oh well, didn't get it. So anyways, yeah, check it out. I'll see you guys later. Probably tomorrow if you watch my Let's Play. Working hard on super shows. I got another Final Fantasy 15 video in the works actually that I want to get done this weekend if I can. And also, I'll be hard at work on the Let's Plays essentially because that's also me working on the super shows and all the Nioh content I want to make. So, see you guys next time. Later, guys. Peace. Also, I was watching my super show lately, and this is something I noticed too when I was doing hosting stuff. For some reason, I started tilting my head like this when I talk to people. Also, if my eyes go that way, it's because that's where I can see my feedback of how do I look on camera. So, by the way, if I'm looking there instead of there, it's just a habit because I'm like, but that's where the screen is, even though I should be looking at the camera lens. Anyways, I've been talking like this lately when looking at the camera, or like this, and I don't know why. It's not like I'm afraid to show the front of my face, and I keep on. It's like a weird habit. Like I wonder if I talk to people like that in person too. So I don't know, but it's something I noticed. I'm just like, why do I keep on doing this? Why am I presenting my ear ball to you guys? My ear hole. I think that means it's the end. Later.